Hello and welcome to episode 2 of the historic events or historic challenges, whatever they're called. And today we're back with some more of the 500cc, so the 2 straight classics. Or actually I think the 500cc heroes that this category is called. And as you'll see, we've done challenge 5, 6 and 7. And not 1, 2 or 3. And that's because, well, I installed the DLC when the game first came out. But I think the DLC is only sort of just recently working properly. So now these are the 4 extra DLC events, so we will. I'll do those 4, I think, in this episode, and then we'll sort of get back to doing the other ones. So 8, 9, 10, and so on and so on. So this one is Rainey beats Doing in the sprint. Outgoing 500cc class world champion, 1990 and 1991. Wayne Rainey starts the 1992 season badly. He's at third in the rankings. 50 points from McDowan after the first 5 GPs. 9 months without a victory is a long time for a star of his calibre. But the Yamaha rallies to beat his rivals at the Barcelona track during the European GP. Despite a tricky practice session, Rainey manages to stick to the Australian's wheel in the race. The two make their move and Rainey faces... Why did I get faces from? Rainey takes the lead 3 laps from the end. Doohan's up for it, but he can't get past him again. He'll only lose by 57 thousandths of a second. That's pretty tight. So I'm guessing what we have to do is just beat him. No, it's like before. We have to either beat him by 4 seconds or 3 seconds. Alright, so here we are then. Into the last corner we go. I'm guessing we're on the 2015 layout, right? I mean, it never specified, and you can't tell because they're the same model, pretty much. In fact, I think they are probably the same model. 58.9 for doing 59.6 for us, apparently. Yep, he's braking really early again. I mean, I think I've gone in a bit hot, to be fair. I actually have. So that's him in front then. So we get to have another go at him. It's the last lap as well, so we have to gain quite a bit on him if we're going to beat him by 4.8 seconds. Through 3 we go, round the outside of him. Up into the lead. First out of 25, apparently. Feel like he's anyone on the track. And we've gone off into the gravel, so I think we'll have to try this one again. Right, so... kind of misjudged the braking into 4 there. Hopefully we can get it right. I mean, I can't even always get 4 right on the modern day bikes, so I don't know how I'm supposed to do it on these classic ones. There we go, the inside of Doing. Oh, we've just kind of clattered him. Oh, we're past him now. Just kind of clattered into the side of him. Bit dangerous, but there you go. He went very early on the brakes. Watch out for turn 4 this time. So I went a bit wider than I would have wanted, but should be able to pull out this 4.8 second lead if he's going that slow. Like I said in the previous one, I'm not really sure why they make him really slow and then just make you get a massive margin on him. It's like, just have the 1 victory condition, just have it so that if you beat him you win, and if you don't you lose, and just make him a bit quicker. So that you actually have to, like, you know, try to beat him instead of try and beat him by 4, nearly 5 seconds. Because then you start behind him at the beginning of the lap, you shouldn't possibly be able to gain 5 seconds on him, like, really. Like, I've never, like, unless it's like a wet, dry race, or someone's got some serious tire delamination, I've never seen someone gain 5 seconds or someone in a lap. Because obviously we started a few tenths behind him, so it would be over 5 seconds. Pretty phenomenal stuff here. Into the last corner we go. The rear tire's pretty hot, so I'll watch that as I come out of here. Obviously it's a 500. Up towards the line we go. Definitely going to beat him here. Absolutely destroyed him. We can't even see him on the map. So yeah, we beat him by 8 seconds. So yeah, we absolutely obliterated him in that one. So let's go back and try the next challenge. So we're back in the menu now, and we're looking at challenge number 2. So Gardner retires, then wins. 1 week after winning the 1992 8 Hours of Suzuka by half a minute, Wayne Gardner returns to the top of the podium in the 500cc class. He does it at Donington, in what he considers his second home, 2 days after announcing his retirement at the end of the season. The perfect reward for a rider who had experienced an endless ordeal of injuries over the last 2 years. The race is a long battle between Gardner and Wayne Rainey. After the third contender, Kevin Schwantz, falls on an oil patch. Gardner wins by less than a second at the checker flag. So I'm guessing we just have to beat, Schwantz and Rainey then. Here we go. It's another one where we got to beat him by 7 seconds, so yeah, that's got to be fun. Right, so this seems like one where we have. Well, he's pretty far in front of us. Oh, we get more than one lap. I was thinking that we're never going to catch him and get 7 seconds in one lap, but yeah, there you go. We get 3 laps to do it, which is probably too much. 2 would probably be the right amount. Obviously, I mean, we saw that. In fact, I did manage to pass and pull 8 seconds onto doing in the previous challenge, so it's obviously not out of the possibility. Through the Craner curves, closing up on him already. Going towards the old hairpin. We're already on the back of him. Try and pass him out the old hairpin. We've passed him. We've not even got to Starkey's yet. Right through turn 5, Starkey's bridge. Schwantz curve, flipping the bike back over for McLean's. Coppice. We've got a 2-second lead on him already. We're going to have to gain 7 seconds, and we've got another 2 laps after this. First lap is 17 as well, apparently, although I think we are still the only 2 riders on circuit. It's a nice touch though that they add that sort of thing. So I remember in the old ones, if it was just you and one rider spawned on the track, it'd just say position 1 out of 2. So nice that they at least pretend that there's other people in the race, even though there's clearly not. Into Goddard's. There's a certain knack to riding these 500s. To brake for Redgate. How far are we in front of him now? 5 seconds already. So actually, if he'd shortened it a little bit. In fact, I've already achieved the silver and we needed a lap. We get 3. Yeah, see, we're so far in front, the gap's not even coming up now. The Starkeys. To Schwantz. Braking for McLean's. I must say, I think I said it in the last episode, but I actually am really liking these old 2-strokes. Old 500s. Pretty fun to ride. On the previous games I wasn't a massive fan, but these seem pretty nice. I always think it'd be quite cool to ride one in real life, but obviously that's never going to happen probably. Oh, through the chicane. Into... Oh, we ran really wide into Melbourne. Right, so just one more lap to go after this. 11.8 seconds in front, apparently. And we've gone wide into Goddard's. And bring it back over the old track. That was an awful lap. But we are still so far in front, doesn't even matter. But we probably didn't gain on him too much that lap. He did a quicker lap on the lap where it started us than any of the other ones, because he did like a 1:33 then, 11.6 seconds. So I actually didn't lose anything really to him by running through the grass. It's interesting, through Craner curves. That's the old hairpin. Right out the old hairpin up towards Starkey's. Oh, put the inside on Starkey's. That could have been dangerous. Curves are pretty bad on this game sometimes, although they're not as bad as GP18, although there are some curves that are still horrendous. We've got 14 seconds in front now, so we've doubled the gap that we needed. We only need 7. So there you go. And they lose loads of time after you finish the challenge anyway, I think, so... Down towards the S's once again. Try and actually hit it properly this time. "17 seconds now in front. See if we can make it 20 if we don't make too many mistakes here. Got the rear really sliding into Melbourne, although we ran a bit wide but not too wide. Chance to run wide into Goddard's again. Although we could crash and still easily beat him at this point. Into Goddard's we go. Out of Goddard's we go. Up towards the line. 19 seconds in front. 30.4 there. That might have been our fastest lap, although I can't be too sure. Let's see how far we're in for. We're in for about 21 seconds. We tripled the gap by the end there. So yeah, basically, you could have probably made it one lap and it would have been a pretty difficult challenge. But that is the second challenge done. So now let's return it to the menu and have a look at the third one. Right, so we're back in the menu now and we're looking at challenge number 3. So Cagiva beats the Japanese. From Gilara to Ducati via MV Agusta, Italians have been very good at making winning bikes. In the 90s, the top Italian 500 manufacturer is Cagiva. In 1991, it hires 4-time world champion Eddie Lawson, and when the following year he is entrusted with the C592 with the new drive shaft timing inspired by Honda's V4, the results are interesting. 2 poles in Holland and in the United Kingdom, and 1 victory in Hungary. In Donington, Lawson wins the 18th and last pole of his career ahead of John Kaczynski by 228 thousandths of a second. So I did mess up that a little bit reading that one out, so I'm guessing it's just a qualifying lap then, is it? Yes it is, and is it at Donington again? Like, if I'm totally honest, this is exactly the same challenge as the Doan one. It's the same track. I mean, I guess the lap times are probably a little slower, but it's the same thing. You know, you just got to just do a quick lap around here as quick as you can go. And I just think it looks really odd, like with the 2009 like advertisements around the, which like they look dated now, the 2009 ones, because obviously it's been so long since we've had these specific sponsors, but we have different sponsors for the races now. I've gone on the grass, great. Let's pretend that didn't happen and just carry on, yep. Through Starkey's Bridge, or under Starkey's Bridge, should I say, not through it. We're getting very familiar with Donington, aren't we now? Although I already was, but, you know, even more familiar with it. Into Coppice. Through Coppice. Slide in the rear. See, Cagiva's one of them that's always interesting to me. Like, they sort of disappeared. Like, obviously I was never alive when they raced, so I don't know why, or, you know, they could have, just wondered why they never sort of come back. I thought they might have done. It's not been the best lap, so I hope it is good enough to beat the time, but we've gone really hot into Goddard's. Yeah, we've gone onto the grass. It's kind of messed up the lap, hasn't it? Up towards the line. And I still beat it anyway. Okay, cool. I went through the grass about 3 times and still beat it. So let's go on and do the final DLC challenge. Right, so we're back and we're looking at challenge number 4 now. Doing unsurpassed in qualifying. So it's another qualifying doing one by the looks of it. 1992 seems to be the year of Mick Doohan's definitive arrival. Runner-up in the World Championship the year before by just 9 points. The Australian wins the first 4 GPs in which he also takes 3 pole positions. Despite this run, Kevin Schwantz Suzuki and Wayne Rainey Yamaha also turn up at Mugello to make life difficult for him, but the Honda rider posts the best time in the second free practice and in qualifying, Doohan improves by 7.5 tenths of a second, gaining over a second on his pursuers. This is the 4th of 6 consecutive poles, officially declaring the birth of a star. So is it another qualifying one? So 53.0, that's actually been quite a hard lap time to beat, I think. So even the AI could be on Detti by the looks of it then. On that auto drive, we've gone too wide into Buccini here. It's just going to get us the best run we can. It was all part of my plan, you see. Here we go. Down towards turn 1. San Donato. Wow, I'm actually surprised that bike stopped from that distance. Obviously the brakes aren't as good as they are now. Got a bit hot into Luco. Gonna buy it back over through Poggio Secco. Down the straight. To be honest, I'm just happy to, you know, not be at Donington for once for one of these challenges. I think we've done about 4 Donington ones now, and they've only done 2 episodes. So there was the Doohan one at Donington, wasn't there? There was the rainy one at Donington, the Lawson one. Actually, that's 3 then. but they were pretty much all time trials because even all the way to beat Schwantz, he was going so slow. Or was it even Schwantz with the beat? I don't know. I'm recording this later because I had to leave, so it's a couple hours since I did it. And yeah, you think I'd be able to remember, but no, I can't. So there you go. Sorry about that. Through prime tyre. Could have been a crash or anything there. It's actually not been a bad lap, all things considered. Considering that I'm appalling at this track and appalling on these bikes. A little bit of track extending going on, but that was pretty much like allowed back then. I didn't really care as long as you didn't cut corners. So we're just doing it exactly how you would have done it. Towards the line, I think we're going to pretty comfortably do this. Yeah, 52.000, 52 dead then. So that is it for episode 2 of the historic challenges. Well, still on the 500cc heroes section. We have now done the DLC challenges, so yeah, these 4 I paid extra money for, so I hope you enjoyed them, because I had to pay extra for these, so I mean, you know, I hope you did enjoy them. I know I'm going to keep saying that, yeah, again I'm going to say it, I hope you enjoyed them, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. I shall see you in the next video.